should already be working on doing your break falls from a standing position. That's one of your requirements. So your slap out, your sprawl, and your side slap out. We are going to work on the throws or the takedowns that you're going to learn at this belt. You're going to be learning the collar throw and the third eye throw. These are both variations of your down block or your down counter, okay, or your low hammer. So the difference between a low hammer and a down counter is if I'm using it for anything other than a strike. So low hammer would be I'm hitting something with it. Think of a hammer. And then everything else would be just a down counter. So we're going to start real simple. We're going to do this from just a lapel grab type motion. Let me fix my microphone here. Okay. So Miss Justice has grabbed my gi. Okay. From here. It doesn't matter if single, double, because we're not doing a bunk eye, but we're just going to talk about how I would get to this position. What I want to do from here is anything that gets her elbow in. So from here, I'm going to reach around as far as I can to her opposite shoulder, and I'm going to grab her uniform or her shoulder, anything that I can grab a hold of. If I necessary, a self-defense technique, turn this way slightly, could grab her hair, I could grab her ear, whatever. So I'm just reaching up to grab like this, and all I'm going to do is step with my left foot, the one that's closest to her, or actually not furthest away from her, sorry. And I'm going to step back and I'm going to pull down to the floor like I'm doing my down counter, if that makes sense, okay? So let's do that again. So I've done something to bend her elbow to get it in close to me. I reach around, I grab something, cloth, gi, part of her body, whatever. I step back. It's the same side. So I'm using my left hand right now to grab, so I would step back with my left foot, and then I would just pull down to the floor, okay? The most common mistake that people make is when they pull around like this. They don't pull down to the floor. You need to pull down, okay? The second one we're going to do is called the third eye throw, okay? Now, again, we'll do this from a collar grab or something like that. Again, I would fold her elbow in, okay, just to get her balance off balance. My opposite hand is going to come up, and what I want to do is I want to cover her eyes. You need to cover the person's eyes, not with your hand straight up and down like this. Turn your hand like this. That way I cover all both her eyes so she can't see. I'm going to tilt her head back, and then you're going to push the head straight down to the floor, like you're doing your down block, your down counter. Okay? Really, really important, something that I want you to notice. When I do this, when I push her head back, I don't just push and keep pushing straight that way. Because what's going to end up happening, I'll push, she'll move her head out of the way, and then she'll just slide it out from underneath my hand. What I need to do is push her head back and then push straight down to the floor. Understand? Okay? It's something called the writing reflex. The writing reflex is your ability through your eyes to your brain to tell that this is the floor, those are the walls, and that's the ceiling. When you cover your eyes, your brain is not sure, so you lose your balance. And that is your third eye throw and your collar throw. The final technique you need for the stripe is adding on to our grappling kata or our transition drill. So far, you should have already learned how to do push-pull takedown to the pin, to the mount, and to the side mount. Now you're going to go from the side mount to the upper side mount, okay? So we're going to walk you through that. So they do the grappling link up, and they take each other down. Go to the pin, the mount, okay, and the side mount, okay? And I want you to freeze when you get to the side mount. Okay, now, right from here, the first thing Miss Justice needs to do is she needs to switch hands. So she takes her right hand, she goes underneath the arm and hooks it on to Virginia's arm. Now she can pull her left arm out from behind that head. She takes her Virginia's arm and wraps it around her waist. Now she's going to lift slightly and slide her leg in between her and Miss Justice or Miss Virginia so she's in the cool guy position. Okay? If you need to, when you're practicing with your partner, you can let go of this hand if it's hurting their arm. Okay? But in self-defense, you would not want to. This is a very controlling position. She'll know if she's done it right. She should be able to go right back to her side mount and then go right back to the upper side mount, okay? So you're sliding. Can you go back to the side mount for a second? When she's doing it, her right leg is sliding between her left leg and Virginia's body, okay? So one more time, just slide that through, okay? And what's known as a sit out. And that is your transition drill that you need for your blue stripe, for your blue belt.